So I'm back in the forest. It's been fairly wet recently, but today's been quite nice. So I'm going to try and get a fire going with a fire steel. Now, this is a dead branch, and it's obviously high up in the trees, which means it's going to stay dry. And you can tell things are dry, not just by the feel on the outside, but whether they crack when you snap them, rather than bend. Bendy wood tells you that it's full of moisture, and it obviously won't burn. It certainly won't start a fire very easily. It won't start a fire at all. And you need ultra dry wood for starting a fire. Okay. Right, so to light the fire, this is an excellent resource. This is silver birch, and you can see it's all starting to flake a little bit here. These will catch a spark, so these are really good. And it's a little bit damaging to the tree, so you don't want to take lots off these sort of trees. If you're in an area, you need to move around to different areas, obviously. But simply cut into the, just lever it open, the bark, and once you've got it levered open, it should come off really easy. Now, the reason we want silver birch bark, there we go, beautiful. The reason we want silver birch bark is because there's natural oils inside it, and even though it's a little, you might think it's a little damp, the oils will burn once they catch, and that will help you get the fire going. Okay, stop there. So the next thing I want to make or get is some fire sticks, feather sticks, sorry. And for that, these are ideal when the weather's wet, when the ground is wet, because even though stuff might be damp on the outside, inside the dry wood is obviously some dry wood. Obviously getting to this stuff can be quite awkward, so one technique you can use, put it in between a V in the forest, in the tree, and you can break it. Now, that's a little bit suspicious because that didn't snap very cleanly. A clean snap will tell me that it's dry. So let's have a look. Reasonably dry in there. I think it could work. Could work. We'll try it. Right, so I opted for a slightly different piece of wood because I think the wood I had before that I snapped in the V shape, a few too many knots in, and I wasn't convinced it was dry. This, I think, sounds a lot more dry, so I'm going to cut this, start making my feather sticks. Hopefully find some dry wood inside. Yeah, that's a good sound. It feels light.
Like a woodpecker.
Like a woodpecker, thank you for that. I think that will work. Right, I'll make some feather sticks. Second attempt. Okay, so you take the, this is beautifully dry. Hear that high pitched sound. That's and it's also very light, and you can see inside that it's dry. It doesn't matter so much whether it's dry on the outside, although in this case it is. It's the inside that matters for this purpose. So I lay the knife across the top, and I've got a beater stick. And lock it through, you start to see it splitting all the way down. Oh yeah, perfect. There we go. And we need to split that again. Actually feeling some spots of rain coming down. Beautiful, perfect starting pieces. Put them down. Now feather sticks are really useful. That's my dog in the background. Really useful for when you're starting a fire. So they don't catch sparks. Well, not very easily anyway. But silver birch catches a spark and you get a flame from it. But you need to have something that will catch the flame really easily. So it's like stages, and feather sticks are ideal for that because they catch really easily. And you want to keep any bits that you cut off, but ideally keep them attached to the sticks, then they can be portable. And you slide your knife down it. Oh, dropping some. So normally I do this on the floor. And I could keep them. I've only got one. These thin pieces here. They kind of feather out. How well you can see that from over there. But they will catch a flame beautifully easily. And that will help get your fire going on to the next stage. I don't know how much of the background noise you're picking up, but my kids are running around and my dog's digging holes. Okay, so the way I start, I've got some base pieces of wood here so that these are not intending to be particularly dry. They just allow the air to go underneath. And then I've got some kindling, which I know is very dry. And then the kind of next stage up, which is slightly bigger and it's incredibly dry. And then, of course, this is the silver birch that we found earlier, and the feather sticks that we made, which are not particularly great, but hopefully they'll work. Getting quicker at it.
This is a bit too close, I think.
Okay, we're preparing to go. Splosh it around so it gets everywhere. Oh, stop. You can't pour it all too quickly in one place, you need to get it everywhere. Make sure it can't restart. Hey Monty, good lad. Should be wearing a helmet, you should.